While some Cardiff City fans had gone home. They'd given up the ghost. Oh, you fools. James, what a game. Who saw that one coming?
Unbelievable it was. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, in the first half, we were quite a good team. We really took the game to Ipswich, and not too sure if you seen the game, but yeah, very good performance. Very happy with it. And yeah, wow, what an end into the game.
Yeah, he won the last four now. It's the best streak, obviously, in the league now, apart from Leeds, and such confidence it gives you. Does this mean you're going to get your first double over Swansea?
Form goes out the window in these games. Unfortunately, I'm quite confident going into this game. Obviously, seeing how they played yesterday, but yeah, it all depends on the day, really, how we start as well.
Okay, is that the best noise you've heard inside that stadium for a long time? Lots of people saying like I've never heard it that loud for
Yeah,
a long many years.
oh yeah, it was up there with the sort of limbs of the Swansea winner, to be honest, because yeah, it was just unbelievable. Yeah, it was a big win.
Okay, we'll have a chat to the Swansea boys in a second, but before we do, let's talk about your manager, because it's only a couple of months ago where you sat on the fence with him in terms of, should he stay or should he go? Does he get a new contract now?
Over what I've seen and how he sort of turned the corner, 100% yes. I will fully admit that I was sort of leaning towards Errol out at the time, because especially after the Norwich game, I just couldn't see where the quality and sort of the improvement was going to come from. But obviously, we've built momentum from the Blackburn 0-0. Obviously, went on to beat Stoke, and then we've recently beat Ipswich. I mean, beating Ipswich alone at home, is a good result. They're a good quality side, and to score two goals against them in sort of the 95th minute and then the sort of 10th minute of added time is a great win, and sort of the overall quality of the game was good from us, I think.
Yeah, and of course Ipswich have only lost four times prior to that anyway. So that is a stunning result. Then okay, how'd you set up then this weekend against the Swans? Obviously you're away from home. It's a derby where anything can happen. Does he have to play this a little bit more defensively?
No, I think the thing is with sort of these games, obviously they are going to be cagey, but I think you can't really change too much from what a winning side is, because I think if you make too many changes, you might disrupt the sort of the momentum and sort of how we play, to be honest. So I can't see too many changes into this weekend. Obviously, I think it's very key to keep the back line, obviously the goalkeeper and the back four. You might get one change in the midfield, whether sort of Rowles starts or Wintle potentially, or both from the Siopis. You've got Turnbull now that's sort of coming to a bit of quality. Colwell obviously off the bench. O'Dowd is obviously the one that scored the winner. These options are available, and I think that's sort of the key difference, that what we're seeing now in this team to what we sort of seen about a month or so ago.
Okay, all right. Let's bring in the Swansea lads then, and let's preview this game. Thanks, James.
No worries.
James, Cardiff never do the double over Swansea, but this lunchtime you have a chance. Talk us through what it's like as a Cardiff fan travelling to Swansea.
Right, the actual journey is not pleasant. It's the only bubble trip in football. Yeah, obviously it's a chance to do the double this weekend, and to be honest, it's the only game that makes me feel physically sick before going there. To be honest, I mean, it just like I don't sleep at the best of times before this game. Forget it. I'll be up by 5 o'clock in the morning, because I just need to get to the stadium and just hopefully finally do the double over the Swans, because they got that chant. They always sing it. And it's ringing in my head all the time, and it just needs to stop this weekend. I don't care. It just needs to stop.
Football has a lovely symmetry about it sometimes, and then for the reverse fixture, Swansea had, I think, just won 4 on a bounce and came to the Cardiff City Stadium, and you were going okay, but of course you squashed them. You've swatted them away. This time round, it's you on an impressive 4-game win, and you're going to their stadium. So you know what's going to come in next, don't you, James?
Well, I hopefully we'll get a win, but obviously he's always cagey in the derbies like this.
Okay, Richard, what needs to change from the last couple of games against Watford and Bristol City then to make sure that Swansea are walking out happy at 2:30 on Saturday afternoon?
Well, you got to start with energy. From the get-go, we've got to be right out there, getting amongst them, keeping the ball, and with intent to try and make chances. I think that's what we missed on Saturday. Plenty of ball, yes, like you say, but it was very, very passive across the midfield. Nothing really testing their defence. It's a team, Bristol, we're a team who lost 4 in a row at home. So yeah, you should really be having a go at that. And I do feel we are a side that needs to go ahead in the first half to kind of get anything out of games at the moment. We had that big run of games where we were conceding early, and then it was just making life really difficult. We weren't getting anything, even though they were top sides we were facing. So yeah, it like James is saying though, it's a cagey game though. So it's one of those ones. If you can get an early goal, a little yellow card here and there, it just gets in people's heads. There's often a red in this one, and keeping 11 men is key to getting the result on the weekend, I feel.
Okay. Cardiff, James, why don't Cardiff have a great history in this fixture? What is it about playing Swansea that means you've just gone to pot historically?
I think just over the years we've not really had stability when it comes to sort of managers, changing it all the time. I mean, Russell Martin said when he was in charge at Swansea, he was asked about, why do you think, obviously, getting the wins over Cardiff, and he did touch on, obviously, the change of managers all the time. I mean, this, quite surprisingly, I read this morning, Errol Bullitt is the first manager to manage 2 South Wales derbies in the same season since Dave Jones. Dave Jones left over 10 years ago, nearly, I think. That's an unbelievable stat. But obviously, not just the 2 wins we've had over Bristol this season. Errol Bullitt, he's managed big derbies in football. Fenerbahce versus Galatasaray. He really understands what a derby means to the players, to the fans. So, if we're going to do a double over the Swans, this is our best chance we're going to get in quite a few years, definitely.
Okay. Swansea, James, in terms of personnel, what changes from the last game?
I don't know if there's a lot of changes that we can really make at the moment, if I'm being really honest. Maybe Josh Key come in at right back, give us a bit of attacking pace in there. Again, one I would really like to see is I have little to no faith in Jerry Yates at the moment. I would like to see someone like Mikola Kuharevich come in, but unfortunately it's been reported today that he's got an injury. It's a difficult one at the moment. We're so patchy. I don't know whether we just stick with the same team that we had at Bristol and just hope that they're more at it, or whether that maybe Luke Williams throws a curveball and maybe puts somebody else in there. But for me, the 2 that have to start, well, maybe 3, Ronaldo, Kyle Norton, Joe Allen.
Okay. Richard, you said before that you can't see Swansea going down. 5 points above the drop zone now, with still 7 teams between you and the bottom. Are you confident that the season now is over and you don't need to look over your shoulders?
Well, it's plenty to play, but I think it's in our own hands. Definitely, we've got the teams around us all to play. We haven't got to play anybody in that sort of top 6 bracket. I think it's one of those ones where if we win this weekend, I think that's 2 wins more. After that, you're definitely safe. So if you lose, then okay. I still think about 7 or 8 points you need. But like I say, he's playing QPR, Sheffield Wednesday. We got a lot of those sides, and a few of them are at home as well. So I think, I think it's Rotherham the last day, maybe. I think something like that. But there's enough games there to pick up points. But yeah, we would like to get something on the weekend, definitely. I think.
Okay. All right, then let's play a little quiz with you before we finish. Then I'm going to give you some scorers from previous Swansea Cardiff games. All I want you to tell me is the year that the fixture happened. Okay. Shout out when you know. Okay, and we are going to start with. So this is a Cardiff City home game. And in the 6th minute, Lowe scored. 72nd minute, Lowe scored for a Swansea City win 2-0. There's also a red card for Rolls. What year was that?
I believe that was 2020.
1-0 to Swansea. Well done. Yeah, fantastic. Very good. Okay, this is a Cardiff City 1-0 home win. And Colker scored the only goal of the game.
2013.
Well done. Yeah, 1-1. Fantastic.
There aren't been many, though, was there? Let's be fair.
yeah, not many to choose from there, really.
Okay, going a little bit further back now. We have got a 2-2 draw. The goals were scored for Swansea by Chopra in 54th minute and McCormack in a 90th minute penalty to equalise and make it 2-2.
2009.
Amazing, well done. I don't even need to give you the Swansea goal scorers of Dyer and Allen, 2-1. Fantastic. This is a 1-0 Cardiff win, and it's Flint in the 8th minute.
2021.
Oh, too quick. And final one, Swansea win 4-0. Goal scorers, Obafemi, Cabango.
2022.
Wow.
Hey, honestly, I just let's get that one out of the way quick as it.
You obviously remember that one better than the Swansea fans do. Yeah, 4-1 Cardiff win. Right, there's.
I take that on the pitch on Saturday.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, it's probably the only time you're going to score 4 against us.
Right, let's get some proper score predictions then, shall we? Richard, you kick us off.
Oh, this is hard, isn't it? It's really hard. 2-1 to the Swans, and I think it's going to be late as well. I think it's going to be late drama, and I think it's going to be a penalty. There we are. We'll have a penalty late on.
Okay. James, Swansea, James.
I'm going to go 2-0 Swansea. Historically, they've not really had much luck. When there's been fans in the stadium, when they've travelled down west, it's not gone well for them. Form flies out the window in these games, and anything can happen. And I really think that now in Luke Williams, you've got a manager who understands the derby and will probably play it up to the players like Russell Martin, unlike his predecessor. So yeah, I'm going 2-0 Swansea. Okay.
And then, Mr. Bluebird.
I'm going to go 2-0 City, Cardiff. And I'm going to go specifically a Guta's header from a set piece, as we are the set piece kings of this league. I think I'm confident. I'm confident, which quite surprising. I've not really been confident in many South Wales derbies down at their stadium, but no, we got an arrow bullet this year, and it's time something happened this year now.
Is that the same arrow bullet you were calling for his head 2 months ago? Is that the same?
These things change. He's you only got to look at these recent results and the way that we're playing. But he's cool, calm, and collective arrow bullet this year.
All right. Well, I've got no football to watch this weekend because it should have been the Merseyside derby. So I'll be sitting in a pub on Saturday enjoying this one. So I doubt you'll be enjoying it. There never are enjoyable affairs, but hope you may the best team win. Should I put it like that? Thank you for joining us. And if you're a Swansea fan or a Cardiff fan, put your predictions below. Thank you very much, all of you. Have a safe weekend.
Nice. Thank you,
guys.